Happy Saturday, everybody, and thank you for being here with us this afternoon. We have a fun show ahead of us where we just get to hang out and have fun and share a lot of laughs. So this Saturday, we have the wonderful Off the Plank crew, but before they come on and join us, Kurt and I have to show off our shirts.
Oh, yeah.
You want to? Well, nobody, can they see it? Kind of.
They can kind of see it. I'm wearing the Bosa auction shirt that Santos made. It is definitely not slacking on the back. I mean, everybody's on the back, if you can see it.
Yep, you can see it. And I have a fun new shirt that I think has quickly become my favorite shirt instantly. It's Bosa's new shirt. Can't go wrong with the hot pink and the teal. I'm going to wear it like every day until Kurt tells me I can't wear it anymore because I need to wash it.
Probably won't take that long.
Shut up. Anyway, that was nice of you. As
You're
always.
welcome. Angel's running a little bit late.
He'll be here
He'll
soon.
be here. And let's bring out OTP.
Let's do it. Welcome, everybody.
We got the whole crew here.
Look at there's balloons. We're celebrating.
Dang.
What are you doing?
Before we get too far, I must say,
It won't take
Bosa has the best merch out.
Yeah, that shirt is dope.
It'd be crazy. Yeah, that shirt dope.
The pink, the teal, the purple. Looks like it's neon lights. I can't.
Yeah, I love how creative he is. He just throws the most random pictures in the chats too.
Facts.
And it all
I wouldn't be
works.
surprised if it glowed in the dark.
Right? I'll be trying that out later.
Try it out. It just might glow in the dark.
I'll message you all later if it does. Oh my gosh.
Did you know your shirt glows in the dark? You're welcome.
You're right. Heard it here first. Had no idea. Oh my gosh.
Nah, that's pretty cool.
Well, thank you guys for coming and hanging out with us, especially Brandon coming from work.
Oh, I'm headed
in
in.
the middle of everything else.
It just started.
Angel.
Angel.
Angel!
We gotta send him the link.
Angel's not in the circle.
Angel, get back in the circle.
So apparently he was on time and we're running late.
Poor Angel. We're coming, Angel. We're coming.
Right,
Here
these
we
circles will never get old.
No, they won't.
Mind you,
Never.
You can always circle back to them too.
Yep.
Oh man, I got last week's link.
Facts.
Here we go. He's coming. I hope. Poor Angel.
More likely with us, it's just no link at all.
It was, I thought I sent the link. I did it in my brain, but I didn't do it in real life because that's me.
That happens. I understand.
Yeah, it's real. How many times I'm like, oh, I texted them. Wait a minute. No, I didn't. I never.
Oh
did.
yeah, I
Just gave us an
that.
opportunity to smurf him.
Yeah. My biggest problem is when I'll text the whole message and then I'll just leave it there. I won't even hit send, thinking I sent it. And then I'll go back to the conversation. I'm like, oh shit, I never sent that message.
I never sent it.
Yep. It's like, why do I have a random draft in here? Oh, crap.
That's crazy. Everybody in the chat is like they're guilty of that. They're guilty. That's crazy.
That's a prime example of blame my head, not my heart.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna live by that.
Yeah.
My head, not my heart, for real. Got to.
It's also
Blame
something
the
I will
brain.
lose sleep over tonight, I'm sure. Poor Angel, he's stuck
How
in
did I do
outer
that?
space somewhere. Jeez. Well, like Kurt said, it was a good opportunity to turn him blue, so he's not. Since Angel's never on that side of the chat.
Yeah,
Poor
he had to
Angel.
comment in his own show.
There he is.
Angel got the link late. At least he got smurfed. Nothing's
Angel!
wrong with getting smurfed.
Yo,
What's up?
Sorry, Angel.
you cut me out. It's fine.
No, we are not cutting you out of the circle.
Took a chip out of the wheel.
You are a solid part of this circle, sir.
Man, said
Without you,
more like
it's
a
just one of
triangle.
those clunky. Yeah, I was gonna say it's one of those clunky square wheels that doesn't go anywhere. Sit still. Oh, so the four of you, how did you find each other in this crazy reptile world?
Weird saying chat.
Yeah, mostly through the WisTang, I believe, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we
Yeah.
found Banner in the trash can somewhere.
Oh,
Blame
are you
raccoon.
No, I'm just playing. No, I'm just playing.
Do
I'm
not
just playing.
start.
I'm just saying we're trying to get. We're gonna get the lights
Shit.
up. We gotta get the lights up. So I gotta let them know the truth. I gotta get them the truth, but that Banner ain't nothing but the truth.
So
I
me
still
and
love you the
DJ,
same though.
actually met before.
Disappear for a minute.
Facts.
Yeah, me and DJ, we met before the Wiz Tank chat. I think he was having a clutch, or I was having a clutch, or it was something weird. Our first clutches or something, and we just learned it together and just clicked ever since. And then
I give you. They giving you a BS but synopsis. I'll give you the rundown. So how I first started was originally, so before Off the Plank even became a thing, pretty much, we had just got into the hobby around COVID. Most of us anyway. I think we all did for real, for the most part. As far as like getting into the breeding side and just collecting more and all that extra. So I had started an Instagram. I originally had a different partner and I went under a different name. It wasn't always Royal Caribbean Exotics. It started as D&D Reptiles, and I had another partner, but we kind of like, not necessarily want to say fell out, but he kind of got out of the whole thing. We started doing dogs and all that stuff, so we kind of went our separate ways, and I rebranded myself and all that. So upon rebranding, Brandon and myself were already following each other on Instagram. So it kind of went from there. We just thought, this conversation hit, here and there every now and then, and then we just ended up like just talking every day. To where it eventually became, as our significant others will like to call it, a bromance. Pause. From that bromance, I kind of ran the idea to Brandon about having, so I was seeing like Keys and Wiz and all that. Actually, I was seeing Keys first. I saw Keys shows first. The whole hair down situation. And I kind of got inspired from that. And I was like, hey, I think I should do like a podcast, because I thought it was more so like getting my brand out there and getting my name out there, and then wanted to pretty much like vlog and all that good stuff in the beginning. And then it was like, well, I think we should do like a show every week. And I'm pretty sure, like, I feel like I have personality, and I feel like we have, like, the conversation we have, we're always cracking up. You know what I'm saying? So it's always a good time whenever me and Brandon talk, whether we just talking about anything, whether it be life, reptiles, whatever. So, kind of stemmed from there, and then we kind of like started branching out to other people. I ran the idea of him of having a podcast. Originally, I can't even remember what we had called. It wasn't always Off the Plank.
At first it was we had a lot of different names. Like, it was gonna be some. At first he was looking up balls and things, and hold my balls. Like, it was gonna be a lot of balls.
It was all kind of weird. It was all kind of off the wall. It was relating to ball pythons, but it was just like off the wall. But it was supposed to be something that make you be like, oh shit, like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Like, like, maybe think about it. Like, I want to look, check out what they're talking about. But nonetheless, we ended up Off the Plank, and it kind of stemmed from there. So about like, I want to say like halfway, a couple of months in, he had kind of put me on with the WisTang Patreon and such like that. So then I became part of that. And then we were pretty much, when we started getting our traction and getting stuff going Off the Plank, we were trying to get more people on and stuff like that. So then eventually we had reached out. I want to say, did we reach out to Brian or Banner first?
I think it was Banner first.
I think we reached out to Banner first, but Banner was nervous about doing it because she wasn't really, she still don't talk much, but she's talking a lot more than she did before. But at that time she was fairly new in the hobby, and but a lot of people still knew her.
You posted in the chat you was gonna have an open panel because Brandon was busy, and if anybody wanted to hop on the thing today, they could. So I was like, hey, I will. And ever since, I ain't leave.
Yeah, so it went
She
from
just
there.
popped up and ain't go home. She just popped up.
That is, she popped up and just never wanted to go back home. But nah, it kind of, from there, it was like, I reached out to her after that, kind of asked, hey, would you be interested in being a part of the whole thing? And she was like, yeah. And then we actually had an interview with Brian it was so weird because it was like we interviewed Brian, and then right after that, I asked Brian if he would be on the show. After that, pretty much, and Brian was like, "Yeah," and then from there, we just been rolling with it ever since, and it seemed to be a hit. So I felt like it was just a bunch of good decisions, even though they get on my nerves, but I love them like they're really my kids. So
Well, that's
You
what
ever had
family's
that-
pretty
supposed
much
to
how
do.
it came.
Have y'all ever had that annoying little sibling or a little nephew, or just a little person that's just annoying? You ever experienced
Yeah,
that?
that's me.
No, that's DJ. That's
I ain't gonna
DJ.
lie,
Yeah,
like,
pretty much.
it gets spicy once in a while in the chat.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. Well,
more so,
No.
more than none. It gets spicy a lot. It gets real funny.
yeah, you
But
guys
at the
have found
same
something
time-
magical because it is
Yeah,
it's
facts.
entertaining to watch. It goes by so quick, and you're already into the next episode, and then every Tuesday you're waiting for more. So
Awesome.
I appreciate
before you
that.
guys
I
are doing
appreciate it.
amazing.
I appreciate
That's-
it.
Kurt,
That's good to hear. It really
Kurt
is.
came home from work one day and he was like, "I have a new favorite show. I watched all the Planks today. all of the Planks today." I'm like, "You did?" He's like, "Yeah. Now I gotta wait till next week."
That's
Oh,
what's
man.
up.
I appreciate
cool
it.
to
It's definitely
hear.
dope. Yeah.
That's cool to
We
Appreciate
hear.
definitely got a couple of other things coming up too, so it should be this year is definitely going to be a good year for I think for a lot of people.
Yeah.
DJ be trying to
Everybody,
put a
you
lot
know?
of pressure on us, and we're like, bro, it's okay. Like, we're just gonna have fun, let it roll with the flow. Everything's gonna be fine.
But
We'll
that's
be
but listen, see, but the thing that I be trying to explain to them sometimes is like, when you have a vision for something and you see the potential in what y'all are able to do, you just want it to be done correctly. And I've always been like that from college, from high school, from what I'm saying, it's just been embedded in me. So it's just I don't necessarily be trying to like come at them hard or pause about the situation, like about different things, but it's just I just like structure and I just like for things to know what I have to deal with ahead of time. So in case if something has to change, I know that we always have a backup plan for the backup plan. You know what I'm saying? So just like with breeding, so I just don't like waiting last minute to try to figure out things because like I don't at that point then it's like the pressure's on, then it's just too much, and I just feel like I'm just not giving my best. I'm just not giving my best at that time. So I don't know.
Ah, shut up.
Don't be a hater.
As he's talking about doing his best, his camera's tweaking out.
Ah, shut up. His camera all funky.
I don't know.
He don't got that eating camera tonight, guys. He does not
I
have
kind
that
of
eating
feel like the
camera.
irony of that is, do we ever really have a plan when the show starts?
You said stick to the plan. The plan is not to have a plan. I assume. And then at some point they gang up on me, and I just be like, all right, whatever. And I just fall back. So that thing is when I don't say nothing, I'm the ops. When I start talking shit, I'm a problem. So I just don't know what to do with them sometimes. That's why y'all laughing. See, that's why they laughing because they're guilty.
You're exposing too much, bro. Exposing too much, bro.
I gave them
got
enough.
nothing to say to that.
I gave them enough because y'all think I'm the ops to y'all. That's crazy. I created this. What is it? I built this house brick by brick.
This is my city.
This is my house. Nah, I wouldn't change it. I wouldn't change it for the world though. Like I would not want to do this journey or have this journey with anybody else because I don't mind bringing other people on, not necessarily saying like for the show, but just in our group. You know what I'm saying? Like our friend group, which I guess we pretty much already have extended family and extended friends anyway from all the group chats that we're in. But we did bring somebody on. Technically, we brought Dylan in. Like Dylan is our unofficial sponsor, but he doesn't even like he's the sponsor that's an unofficial sponsor. So Dylan's like that distant relative, that brother that we didn't know that we had, that we just found out that we had. And he just meshes perfectly with the group. So
He has the open invitation. We're hoping he shows up with berms.
yeah.
He definitely might. You
Yeah,
never
so that's how
know.
that goes.
Lives right down the road from Angel. Could just show up at Angel's house too.
Mm.
You never know.
You never know. How are you doing today, Angel?
Oh, I'm
Besides
good. I'm
stuck
good.
in internet land. Because of me.
I'm good. I'm good. I was just running a little late. I was gonna make it like right on time, but then I was like, I don't have a link. Can't get
Linkless in Tacoma.
crazy.
It's terrible.
Sounds like Brandon. When Brandon always said that he doesn't have it.
It's just,
No, I have the link. I just sometimes need an excuse.
I just ain't got it.
It's crazy. Mind you, our studio is just a reusable studio. So we just click on the same link technically every week.
I'm gonna do that from now on. So Angel,
Yeah.
so I don't forget. Poor Angel.
It's a lot easier. It's crazy.
Would make it easier. What were you gonna say?
Oh, I was going to say that it's an interesting aspect for us that do these kind of shows, because it's just one more thing that now we have to add into our reptile repertoire, if you will. It's something you got to fit in between cleanings and breedings and rats and
Kids.
Shows.
Yeah,
But it's fun.
it is
and
a
kids,
lot of fun.
yeah.
And kids,
Shooing the kid out of here. Go.
The
play.
thing though, like I'll say the thing that makes it a little easier, at least I think that can make it easier for a lot of people is doing lives. When you do a live, you're not filming and then editing and then reshooting. Like that takes a lot more. We stay here for like an hour, bullshit. We hit record, post, guys, bye. Okay, see you next week.
Yep.
Like there's not anything else. And if we want to do something with it, that's fine. And Nikki, you guys, we'll take clips and snippets and shit, and that's fine. But as far as like, developing a whole episode or a show or a theme and going like that, those things, all that stuff takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of time. Versus just popping a link, hitting and go, and like here we are.
Yeah. I think you wouldn't have those. You wouldn't have those moments like the Sambo moment or the ASF moment if we had to edit. Because I damn sure wasn't gonna show y'all that if I had to edit that.
Craig getting bit by his brother.
Yeah, like Craig getting bit. You know, a lot of those stuff probably will be edited out. But it's cool. I enjoy it. I mean, the whole live thing is fun.
Yeah, I like the
I think
live
lives
thing
are
more
easier.
so.
I
I like the live thing more so because it's like actually interactive. And being adults, we don't really have a lot of us don't really have adult only time because we got kids and work and all that type of stuff. And this really can be a woosah type of deal for us to have our own personal time.
And you're not going to get that if you're pre-recording, like when you're pre-recording, it's almost more stress in a way because you how many times I'm going to record this, how many times you might have a script, am I going to mess up a line? I got to go back and start again. And then we re-edit. Now you got to put music to it. If you're going to do music, some people do sound effect like that. You can go on and on and on and on, but there's definitely a benefit for both. I feel like there's definitely like a place for both and benefit because if we're doing a live, we're getting people on, everybody's talking and just, hashing it out. That's great. But if you're really topic focused and you have something you're trying to say, let's say you want to speak on a specific gene and you really want to just be very focused on that. That to me that's a great, pre-recorded video because you can take the time to put all the information. You can do more research and, you can be like, oh, I should have said this. You don't have to worry about that because you wrote it all down.
That's true.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, I think there's more pressure on recording personally too, because it's like you said, you got to mess it up, you go back, fix it, mess it up, go back, fix it, mess it up. Then you're like, it's like, am I even using the right voice? Then you start getting in your own head about some really dumb shit that don't even matter.
Yeah,
No,
it's
true.
true. It's absolutely true. And then all of a sudden, you realize you weren't even recording.
That's never happened before.
Or you're muted.
Oh, you're muted. Muted. I can see the muted thing.
Yeah,
or
been talking for 20 minutes. You're muted.
I think that happened to Elias on the Elias's show not too long ago. He was talking. He had just got. I think it was not even a show. I think when he was testing out the camera, the new camera that he had just got, and we're just talking. And I'm just like, okay, maybe this is the part of like, a mistake. Like he just hit record and he didn't mean to continue talking. And then he just kept talking and then kept talking. And it got to a point, I think Ben actually told him that he was muted. And then he was like, oh shit. And then, started it from there. But I was just like, yeah, you already done said a lot. You can't go back now.
And you know,
That's
it's
the
the
hard
rough
part.
part
So you
is
try to go back and re-say all the shit you just said. You can't.
Yeah,
You
they
get it
said,
wrong.
yeah, I
I
know.
just
It ain't
want
the
to say,
same.
you'll never get the same. You'll never get it the same way afterwards, man. Because you
Mm-mm,
said
not at
everything.
all.
You're focused in, locked in,
It's
said what you
fresh.
really wanted to say, and then you fucking realize you didn't hit record.
Yeah.
That's one reason, like, I don't jump in the green room so early anymore, like the backstage, because I do all this talking beforehand, then the show starts, and I'm like, I don't know, let's talk
You got
about
nothing
it.
to say?
We just talking
No,
about
I
all this
feel
shit.
it. I feel you on that. I think we do that sometimes. Like we'll go backstage though, more so to get like, especially if we haven't had nobody on, especially if we didn't have nobody on, um, like had them on the show before, and then they actually get to the show, just to kind of like get the jitters out and just get them comfortable with how we are as people. Because I know we can probably be like a lot to some people if they have never experienced our show before, or just never actually met us in person before. So
Yeah, that's why I always come on late because if I'm backstage, I'm gonna have too many ideas to talk about. So I just want to be late to the show so that I can just make sure I have everything on the show. That's why I'm late. That's why I'm late.
I thought you were just late because of work.
Nah, I got my pre-show. I got my pre-show routine down, and
I
they
find
all
that
get to
too,
watch it.
especially for somebody that, especially for somebody like I don't know very well, and then I just start talking to him beforehand, and it's like I could have asked all these questions, in the live
Yeah.
instead.
Yeah, I feel you. It's like content. It's like you're losing content.
In a way, yeah. Because
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
sometimes that shit is fire back there. You just start spitting and
yeah, no
getting
facts,
it, and
facts,
it's like
facts,
shit. We
facts,
should have been recording at least,
That's
facts,
where some of the
facts.
best conversations happen.
Yeah,
There's
It's
been more
odd,
than
but
once.
it is.
Yeah, Angel
I
gets
still feel like
going, and
it's
he's like,
I still feel
"Damn."
like it's important
And I
though.
gotta
Like
shut
I still
myself
feel like it's
down.
important because backstage is more so an icebreaker because a lot of the people that we started to bring on are people who aren't on YouTube or doing this type of stuff. So
Yeah.
it's
yeah.
like you definitely need to allow them to know the same way we are on the actual show is the same way we are backstage. So just be prepared. You know what I mean? So
Yeah. It's just recorded. It's just for more people to see now.
See, that's one of the good things about, at least in my opinion, when it comes to lives now, like especially now, where we have all the social media, we see all these pictures, and we're like, wow, I want to buy, this stuff from this person. They live, on the other side of the country, and I don't know anything about them. And then you see a live, and you're like, oh, I dig their personality. That's cool. Oh, they got other stuff they're working with. Like, there's only so much you're gonna get from an Instagram page.
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
When I first got into this, that was like one of the first things I did was look on Instagram and then see if they had a YouTube and try to find YouTube videos to get to know them more, see what they're like, what they work, whatever, all that.
Yeah.
It was a smart way to do it.
Yeah. I mean, there's really no other ways to vet people.
No,
True.
they could be catfishing you. You just don't know it.
It's true. There's a lot of fake accounts out there.
Yeah.
There's a lot. We've heard the horror stories. I know some people that have been burned by fake accounts or people who maybe bred a little bit, but the genes they're saying they got it, they're not really there. A lot of that dumb shit happens.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely like using YouTube as a way to to even vet myself, to be honest. Like, what I'm saying, YouTube, Instagram, but like making content and stuff like that, you get the people can see like, okay, well you actually did have this clutch and you did cut this and you did have this come out the egg and all that good stuff, like, and a lot of people like, like Kurt was saying, he does like the egg cutting content. A lot of people like it, what I'm saying, like just I guess it makes me feel more connected to you in a sense because like they're actually with you on that journey, and like if they need that animal or want that animal or whatever, okay, well, cool. I know you got that. If you're not, if you're not doing anything with it, you wouldn't, be willing to get it from me and all that stuff. So it's pretty cool. I mean,
Yeah, definitely
YouTube
good
in its own is
marketing.
a beast too, though. YouTube in its own is a beast, though. I'm not gonna lie, because them little shorts, man, I be trying so hard with them shorts, and them shorts don't be getting as many views as I would like. And I just be hurt. I be hurt. I'm not even gonna lie, but I'm trying to get back with the whole short situation because Like, I mean, the short. I did realize that the shorts were giving us like getting you more subscribers and stuff like that too. It might not be as much as you want at one time, but it definitely does have its benefit though. So,
Man, them shorts got me up from like 300 subscribers to I think I'm at like 845 now, and that's just from doing them shorts. And like that's important. I gotta actually get back to it. I always get in the slump around this time, but I definitely gotta get. I've been trying to get back into it, just making more content for them shorts because YouTube is great marketing, even on Morph Market. So now you can, of course, you can always probably put up videos and send links about the animal. So with that, I think I got two followers just from sales on Morph Market because inside my post of the animals, I was able to put the link to the YouTube video to show the animal. So they went to the YouTube, they seen the YouTube, and them animals was actually in the egg cutting that I actually did. But yeah, so all of this is all about marketing. It's pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah, I only post shorts, and that's got me close to 400 followers.
Yeah.
How do y'all feel about TikTok being going there, about to be going there though?
I don't think it's going to really go.
I haven't been paying attention, truthfully.
Because they've been saying
We
that
have
all
a
last
TikTok,
year.
but I don't use it.
Yeah. I mean, I even help do a show every Sunday on TikTok, and I still haven't been paying attention to the politics of it.
Oh, wow. What do you guys find most important in content creation? Why?
Good question.
That's a good question.
I think the most important part of content creating is being genuine and speaking facts. Like it's a lot of it's a lot of information that's out there that's just wrong. So like to me, I like to go, if I'm watching people's content, I want them to talk about their experience, what they've learned from what they're actually doing in their time of actually being in, versus just trying to regurge everything that they looked up off of Google.
That's true.
Yeah, that's a good point there for sure.
I think a connection is pretty important too with the content you're making. You know, you want to reach your target audience for sure. There's got to be like some kind of connection there.
Yeah,
and then there's also like transparency too, because they can see stuff.
Yeah. I like being real personable with people, like kind of like giving them and letting them see a side of me that they probably won't normally see. And that's why I do like the members only content now, like you know what I'm saying, like trying to get them to see like the background of like the stuff that I do, like kind of got me to where I am, or to kind of got me to doing what I'm doing now, you know. So just being real personable. I feel like people can appreciate that. And such.
Yeah.
That's all I got. Banner, what you got?
Like being yourself helps, you know what I mean? Because if you're not being yourself, eventually people will pick up on that. I think that's wildly important.
I'm trying to force
people find you, I guess. You hope.
KG would be so proud. I'm trying to get Banner to talk today.
I would probably just say, like, I want people to know me. Like, I want to be known, like, get myself out there. So we can talk about snakes. I want people to stop it.
Yeah, we gotta get Banner a YouTube page.
Y'all can tell we really be silly as hell. Like if y'all like, man, look, we're really toning it down for the show right now. But I guarantee, bro, that's all I'm gonna say. They really being shy. I don't know why they're being so shy.
I've learned so far, what I've messed up, what I've been through, whatever. Like I like being able to talk about stuff like that. There's a lot of ass kissery that goes along in these lines of business, so. I don't know. I just want to get out there, be myself, let people know it's okay to be yourself. And
Nah, that's real. Yeah, she stand on business when they come down to that.
Yeah,
stand on business. I just want to say congratulations to Banner 2025. She is officially a breeder. She got some locks in last year, and she got her first. Attack. She got her first attack, panic, scare.
Yeah.
Officially a breeder.
That was
2025. Let's clap it up for Banner if you can.
just
go.
want you to know I didn't disclose that information. And he did
No,
Banner got
massage.
bitten. There's an instant voice chat.
He was
Yeah.
out.
Okay. So
Instantly.
last week I was cleaning, doing my normal thing, spot cleaning and giving fresh waters, and like I had one of my snakes out, and for whatever reason, I don't know like how I moved to get her to bite me, but she fucking bit me. I was already holding her, and like she, it's like I put my hand in. I don't know. It was awful, and like it didn't. It just hurt that she like wrapped on.
It
And
just
she
hurt my
wouldn't let
feelings
go.
more than
And I
anything.
was like, it really did.
I'm feeling, bro.
I'm
Banner
like,
was
what
so
the
hurt,
heck?
bro.
What did I do?
What I do to you?
She was crushed. Yo, she must have FaceTime.
I called
them.
like, how do I get this thing off my fucking finger?
She FaceTime the first time. Nobody answered. I was on the phone. She
I
FaceTime
called,
again.
they answered though.
Like, somebody answer the phone, please. I get on the phone. I just see Banner's like, bro. You like, bro.
Okay.
The snake bit me and it won't let go. How do I get it off? How do I get it off?
It was probably about a 600-gram female. And
Oh my god!
I had a bruise on my finger for a couple days. I mean, I don't know. It was awful.
And to make
Man,
it
that
worse,
was-
Brian didn't pick up the phone because Brian was at work. I think Brandon eventually came back. He eventually picked up.
BJ was the first one to answer. The one that I didn't even think would was the
That's
first
crazy.
one.
I don't know why you would think. You see how she thinks of me? I don't know why she keep thinking. I told you I still love you. You get on my nerves, but I love you. I don't want you to be hurt. But, yeah. But it was definitely a time. I mean,
I felt bad at first until I heard the whole story. Then I couldn't stop laughing.
So we had to ask her later on how the snake doing. She did not give two damns about the damn snake. That snake and her was
telling me to pick her back up. I'm like, no.
Yeah.
Gotta get back on the horse.
Gotta get back on the
Oh
horse.
my god!
I kept cleaning, but like I was done with her. Okay, like we're done for the day.
But see,
Hey,
but
don't
now
feel
they see
bad.
why. Now they see why I prefer to just use the hook. I'm not fucking with them shits. You better than me. Can you see how you got bit? Brandon would have sent that shit off somewhere. I probably would have sent it outside. Like it would have just been a bad situation. If you got bit, you know what I'm saying. You handled it. You did what you had to do. You got out. You put it back in the tub. You wasn't fucking with it after that. But you put it
Nah,
back
man.
in.
Look, I honestly must say I was very proud because I experienced many bites, but I never experienced that.
Like
So
a
for that to be
response.
your first one in the way that you handled it, honestly, yeah, I'm telling you, that would have been. As me, it would have definitely been different. But yeah, you did your thing, man. I'm proud of you. 2025, your year.
Thanks.
Brandon would have been at
Big
FedEx the next day.
Facts. I don't care if it's
Facts.
cold. Hey, they would have been getting on me. You can't ship in this weather. Who says I can't? this snake gone.
I don't even know where they should.
We got a whole logo for this whole situation.
Hey, that snake would have been, somebody would have just had a message came through said, you have a package of FedEx. I don't know who I would. The last person that bought a snake would have got a new snake.
Or not a logo, a slogan he's got for this. What's your slogan?
One bite, take flight.
One bite, take a flight. Hey, if you hold back, you might get 3. You might get 3 if you hold back.
3 bites.
3 bites.
You better than me. They giving you bites, man. Look, I got a female now. She gives me she don't even bite, like actually bite me. She strikes. And she's about to be out the door too.
Hey, I got one too, but she is a little too expensive. I can't.
I got one. If she doesn't bite me, I think there's something wrong with her.
Oh man,
we got those too.
Yeah, strangers, they all have spot nose in them.
It's true.
Yeah, it does. It has spot nose in it.
That's
See,
crazy.
same with us.
That spider complex, man. They just, I don't know. I don't know what it is. That's when I went back looking at the comments.
Oh man,
they must be like the chihuahuas of the snake industry.
Yeah.
They gotta be something. And they got little people syndrome or something.
Yeah. Ours is named Miss Hiss. She's the tiniest little thing because she's just a baby and she's evil.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't even get
She's
the water
really
out of her, out of her tub without getting nailed.
Yeah, I'm not going to say what mine's name is on live.
It's not as PG as Miss Hiss.
Yeah, the
clearly.
best part about Miss Hiss,
It's
though,
definitely a lot
is
more vulgar.
when we got her, she was
I hate
fresh
that
out of the.
snake.
Well,
Man.
I will say, I have a couple dumb fucks, a couple of them.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Open that
Yeah,
tub up, he come flying out. Get in there, you dumb fuck.
Yeah,
They got a couple of them.
Yeah, when we went and picked up this wonderful devilish snake, she was, or the first time we saw her, she was fresh out of the egg. We got her from our friend Ryan at Salish Serpents, and he's like, "Yeah, look at these really cool babies I have. I haven't even sexed him yet." And she ended up biting him 4 times while he was trying to sex her. And the last time he grabbed her, she grabbed a hold and was like twisting her head, and he just flinched, and she went flying off his finger across the room, bounced off the floor. It was
So how did y'all manage to
deserved.
pick? But how did y'all manage to pick that one?
That's what we do over here.
Yeah,
at Ears of Small
Oh.
Pythons.
wait,
We love
that's
the
the one I
unloved,
want.
you guys.
That's
That's
the one I want.
interesting. That's very interesting.
Spread
That's a nice
love.
way to say it.
Spread love.
That is very interesting.
Somebody had to love her, and she's beautiful.
Yeah, and in his words is, "I'm glad she's going to you guys and not some random first timer."
True. True. I mean,
That's
the bouncing
crazy.
off the floor and the wall, that sounds well deserved. 4 bites, yeah, you deserve that.
Yeah.
For
See,
a day, I thought we had really come a long ways, and I thought she was really nice. I was like, "Oh, she's turned a corner." Like when we brought her home. No, she wasn't settled in yet. She's been herself
Yeah.
ever since.
It doesn't matter how much I handle her either. She wants to bite you. She's looking to bite
Yeah.
every single time.
Why do y'all
crazy.
think that is? Like, even when you get them young and you handle them and they get older, they still seem to
Personality.
still be the same.
It's an asshole.
Like, do they just hate being?
Yeah.
Do they want legs? I think they want legs. Like they see other people with legs and arms, and they just like, what
Not
the hell
all
am I
people
doing?
are nice, or not all people are mean, Brandon. It's just their personalities.
I still think they need legs.
Just a dick.
She just wants those little chicken arms. You have that
Yep,
little
that's
chicken
what
arm
she
thing.
needs. Some arms.
Those little chicken arms.
Send Boss
Ours
a
is just
picture.
fun.
He'll put some arms on him.
There you go. That's true. Ours just wants to eat all the time, no matter what. She doesn't care.
Yeah.
I think that's why she's so ferocious.
And then you get like some. I have a couple. They just a couple. It's usually babies. It's not adults, but I have a couple babies. They're just murderers. They want to kill. They don't eat shit.
I have another spot name I have.
They
Like that.
wrap it like the tightest fucking wrap. Like, oh my, like I'm gonna fucking murder you. And then I open the tub and it's just laying there, and they're still fucking shaking like with fucking anger. Like, I'm gonna fucking bite you and kill you. And then, like, the food
Don't
is
touch my
right
pet.
there. And then you pick it up. As soon as you reach in to pick it up, the tongs, boom, they nail it. Again, the fucking tightest, fucking like, I'm gonna kill you. Then you come back again and it's laying there on the floor, and it's like, eat it though. Like, you have this murder instinct. Fucking eat it, man. Like,
It is like a
and
kill.
you spend your entire night it's a pick up and drop game. Fucking pick it up, they take it, you come back, they drop it, and then but they are still so angry. So, like, just shaking with fucking anger, and it's like, if you ate, you probably wouldn't be so mad.
Yeah, have a Snickers.
You look hungry.
Absolutely, 100%.
You learned the first part, buddy. Do the second part. Eat the thing.
Yeah.
Swallow it, feel full, go to fucking sleep, leave me alone. Stop trying to kill me. This thing,
It's
I'm
not a
trying to-
burglar. It's your food.
like, I had a couple of them to do that shit, and eventually, they start picking it up and they eat it, and that's fine. And then all of a sudden you come back, and like 4, 5, 6 feedings later, they start that shit up again, and it's like, really? Oh my god.
We learned from the Herp and Harbins that I seen a comment about a hognose always trying to bite them. That hognose are always actively trying to kill you.
Actively. They definitely sold me out on the snake. I was gonna buy one. I wanted one, and then all of a sudden it was just like that episode. Nah, I
Yeah.
can't do it.
They'll have you thinking that's the sweetest snake on the planet, man, until you talk to somebody that breeds them.
I'm not gonna say. I used to breed them back in like 2012 and 11, 12, 13. I bred them. Yeah, they're different. They're just different. They're just different. You know what it is? It can be really intimidating when people handle them and they're not familiar with them, because they'll start like trying to push and bury into your hand, and some people might think that they're trying to bite you, and then some people get so comfortable with that when they're burying, and they literally do open their mouth and start fucking biting you. So, like, you don't know if they're just pushing or if they are gonna bite you. So
sounds like a snake I'm never gonna get. All right.
So
Check that one out.
Check that shit off the list.
It can be very like individual too, because some of them just do that. They don't bite. Some, I don't know. And then you have to remember they are rear fanged and like slightly venomous. So if you do get bit and you have a reaction, you may have an issue. Most people are pretty good, but if you do have reactions to things like bee stings and things like that, it might be something to think about before getting a hog nose. It's not necessarily the animal's vicious; it's going to bite you and you're going to be venomized. It's just it can be really, you can have a reaction. And I know a few people that have had some pretty bad reactions. Nobody died, but they had some pretty bad reactions. I knew a girl who got bit, like right on her thumb and all the way to her forearm, whole hand, all the way to her elbow. Her entire forearm was like doubled in size.
Wow.
It just swelled up. This whole thing just swelled up, and she was like, I think she was like 15 years old. This was years ago, and she had a bunch of hog noses. Her and her mom, and she was like, "Oh yeah, it happened." She was like, "Oh, it's not a big deal. It was his fault." This kid didn't care. She was like, "Nope, no big deal." And I gave her so many, like, just so much credit for that. You know, how many other like 14, 15-year-old kids get bit, the arm short, like, boom, I'm done, I'm out. Like, she was like, "Nope, not his fault. You know, I'm just gotta be."
Yeah, I messed up. It was me.
Yeah, and she was at the show, and I saw her at the show. This was in New York. This was in White Plains. This was quite a while ago, and she showed me. She was like, she had just bought another one. She's got her arm all swollen and the thing, because the bite had just happened maybe a day or two prior to the show in White Plains, and she had another one in her hand, and she was like, "Oh, get another one." It's like, good.
Yeah, I shouldn't have let it chew me.
I don't think so. Well, then you got to worry about the cannibalistic nature of breeding with them too.
You do have to be you have to be careful with some of that stuff. I didn't have that problem, but it was a concern. It was definitely a concern. And then you also have some females will lay eggs and then eat the eggs.
Yep. Yeah.
And
Jeez,
some females this just doesn't sound fun at all. Yeah, this just really, you really are selling me out.
Shout out to
the super comments here now.
Different breed of people, man.
Yeah, it's definitely. I find like hognose is definitely one of those things that like you got to like really know and dial that in. Like, I got my methods. It works. This is how I do it. You know, I breed my females this way, my males. You also got to remember you're brumating these animals. You can put them in brumation and 2-3 months later go open the tub and they're dead. You know, because for whatever reason, a lot of snakes don't make it through brumation. So if that wasn't brumated properly, and this is with a lot of colubrids. If you're a colubrid breeder, every time you go, you put your animals into brumation, there is a small chance that they might not make it through for whatever the reason is. So
with brumation, don't you have to empty them or something? Like, you got like,
you should like most people, you want to like they'll say you empty 2 weeks prior, like the last meal is like 2 weeks prior, and then you put them in empty and you just make sure they have water bowl, and you change the water bowl once a week, once every other week or so. Some people, they don't touch them. They'll stick a bowl in there and they'll go in there like every 2-3 weeks just to refill the water bowl and maybe spot clean. But it also depends on how long you're brumating for, the temperatures you're brumating, the animals that you're brumating, because not every colubrid's going to brumate the same. Some breeders don't brumate at all. So it really depends on how someone wants to do it. And with hognose, you do have to go through brumation process.
Interesting.
I didn't mean to go on a tangent there. Sorry about that.
No, it's
cool.
Man.
No. Yeah, I like that. I like that. You just sold me out of another snake though, but
And
you're good.
it's just different. It's different because with ball pythons, especially when I started, you got that whole idea of, and I think it definitely came from a lot of colubrid breeding and so on. To think that we have to cool them down so much, but you don't have to cool them down that much. You can cool them down. I still cool mine down. I definitely cool mine down a bit, and then I raise the temperature. But I'm not actively doing it. I'm just not changing anything. If that makes sense? So if the
Yeah.
weather's cold and the room drops temperature, it drops temperature. If it
Got
gets
you.
warm, it goes back
Got
up. I don't touch my thermostats. I don't touch
Yeah.
them. I don't touch anything.
Yeah, I don't
I
Got
just
you. That makes
let it
sense.
ride, and then I just do. And I've been seasonally breeding for years, and I introduce my males the same time every year. And if I feel like the female's not ready, then I'll skip a female, or if I feel like the male's not ready, I'll skip him and maybe try him a couple months later. I don't know. I just work in Windows, and it works with me, as far as
Nice.
like that. But
Nah, that's cool.
the fact that we
Hey,
don't have to brumate is kind of okay.
so you still breed currently?
Ball pythons, yeah.
Oh, okay,
The
cool.
colubrids I stopped breeding a couple years ago. I was doing Transpicos rat snakes, and um, I had Honduran milk snakes. So I had Honduran milk snakes, Transpicos rat snakes, and I was doing African house snakes as well. Those are the last.
Those are cool little snakes, man.
African house snakes need to be more popular. They're amazing snakes. They're amazing snakes. If you like hognose, you'll love African house snakes.
So I looked into African
I
house
like
snakes.
them.
Are they the same or in similar ways the same as like a corn snake?
You can keep them roughly the same. They're an equatorial species, so they don't need much of a. You don't have to brumate. They breed. You can breed them year round. The problem with that is that your females can breed until they die. You can breed a female 5-6 times in a year, and some breeders do
Yeah,
that.
they double clutch sometimes.
No, they don't double. They just continue to breed. So
What?
if you bred a female African house snake, and let's say she gave you 10 eggs, in a couple of weeks, you can throw that male back in there, and she'll be gravid again. Like in a month or two, you'll get and then in a couple of months
My.
you'll get. So like every few months, these females will continue to produce eggs. And that's problematic. But
They're beautiful too, and they get some nice size on them. They get like up to like
they
6 to 7 feet, right?
no African snout snakes, no, not at
No,
all.
they're like 2 foot.
Complete opposite. The
Oh.
females will probably hit 2 feet. I had a big female. She was like a little over. She was just under 3 foot. She was a beast. But the males, they only get about a foot long.
Interesting.
They're sexually dimorphic, so your females are going to be much, much bigger than your males. Not like with ball pythons, that's not the case. Males and females will get the same size. We just breed smaller males for whatever reasons. But when it comes to certain species like African house snakes, the dimorphism between females and males is it's completely you can spot it a mile away. You can
I might need to get one.
And you get a male if you want something small. They stay really small. You
Well,
get
they
No, I
can
get
do
it.
a lot
I get a
of,
female. I got a 3x2 enclosure that I got that needs something to go in it. So that'd be perfect.
and there's different kinds too. So you can get
Yeah.
there's you get albinos and so on, and that's like your Cape house snakes. But there's Aurora house snakes, which are really really pretty. There's like they have these jet black house snakes that are nice. They have olive house snakes, lace house. There's all different kinds, all different kinds.
There's
Hit me up
a
later. Hit me up later. We talk about it if you want.
Gotcha.
there's a house snake breeder not too far from me that's I wish I could remember her name, but she's in Florida in Brooksville. She's pretty much known for the house snakes.
I might even know who you're talking about because I follow a lot of house snake people just because I dig them.
Yeah. She's a younger girl with blonde hair. I just can't remember her name right now.
There's different morphs too, and there's morphs in Africa, and there's a lot of South African breeders too that seem to work with them. And there's this one place out there. They got crazy colors I'd never seen before, stuff that we don't have here at all.
Right.
Wow.
It's cool. It's cool.
Wow.
They really should be more popular. They're not aggressive. They're not aggressive. They're small. They eat readily. Like they eat very well. They eat frozen with no fucking problems.
It's house snake morphs.
Morphs, you got like albino. I think there's hypo. There are pied morphs as well. But like I said, a lot of these morphs are stuff that we don't have here in the States, and if we do, they are either really expensive or hard to get because
Right.
people are just not ready to let go of a lot of them.
Yeah, the breeder I was talking about is house snake morphs.
Okay. I'll check that out. I thought you were asking me about I think actually I do follow.
It was a statement, not a question.
There you go.
No, it's cool.
But again, it's one of those things I think should be more popular because they don't get super big. They're really hardy. They eat great, and you got different colors you can pick from. It's not just a regular, the wild types, which I think are still nice too.
When they come out of the egg, they're like super tiny, right?
Yeah, they're pretty small. But
What do they eat?
Day olds, day old pinks.
Oh, okay.
You give them day old pinks. The funny thing is I've had multiple females, and you'll get different clutches from them. And like with ball pythons, you'll get, you get an egg, regular size egg. Some females will give you like a big egg. Sometimes you get little small ones. I've had females give me like tiny eggs, and I've had females give me those big, like longer looking eggs, and there are differences in sizes. The babies they will hatch smaller with the smaller eggs. And you don't know what your female's gonna give you. Like sometimes she'll give you big eggs, sometimes she'll give you little eggs. I don't know. It's just weird.
Yeah, that's her name, April Linkfield.
Yeah,
Somebody
that's
put in the
pretty,
comments.
that's pretty interesting.
They're cool snakes. I'm gonna get them again. I was probably looking at them just last week. But they're really great. They're not super expensive either.
No,
They're really easy to keep.
You just
Then
sold
you
me
don't
on the
need,
snake,
like,
I think.
you don't need a lot of space for them either.
Like I said, your males are gonna top out 12-14 inches. That's about it.
No,
Yeah, you just sold me.
Can they cohab?
You can. I don't cohab shit. That shit. I keep everything separate.
Everybody's got their own bedroom.
Unless they have, like, the only time I was cohabbing stuff were when I was breeding geckos, and I just would cohab females and add males just for breeding and then take them back out. Other than that, I usually don't.
I'm just curious.
Yeah, when I had the bioactive tank, I was looking at cohab. I was gonna cohab garter snakes and green annos all in there, but I soon determined that it was too small. I needed like a huge tank to be able to do it.
Yeah, you definitely do. You didn't talk about small snakes are okay.
Yeah, look at the next comment.
Dylan is a menace, bro. He's just straight
Shout out to
menace.
Dylan, bro. He's such a good dude.
What's up, Luke?
Yeah.
Don't give him too many compliments.
Please don't.
I already got a big
Boost his
You
head
already
up.
know how it is. I mean,
Pause.
already.
We encourage Dylan. We always encourage Dylan.
Oh Lord.
Hey, Dylan is about to be an honorary OTP star. The man is in the circle.
Yeah,
There
us
you go.
East Coaster haven't had the chance to meet him yet, but one day.
Oh, I'm
You
gonna.
guys just all have to come out here.
Yes, I want to sometime this year. To be honest, it's on my wish list. We'll see. I think I might just make one trip this year and make it a West Coast show. We'll see.
Definitely come out to show. I'm going back to New York some point this year. I'd like to line it up with a White Plains show if I can, so I can go and check out. I haven't been to a White Plains show since 2019. So
Are you going back to live?
No. I just go back and I try to. If I can go to a show while I'm visiting, I'll do that.
Yeah.
Because
I go back to New York and visit. That's where I'm originally from too. Probably like twice a year.
yeah, the White Plains show I think is about 2-3 times a year.
The only one I caught was up there was a Saratoga show when I went, because that's the area I'm from, is Saratoga County.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was in January. I was surprised. Like it was like 2 degrees out.
Yeah, they'll have those White Plains shows. It's freezing blizzard. They don't give side waiting to get in, and you're just like freezing on the line. And I'm inside because I have a booth.
Yeah.
Dylan lives in New York.
I'll tell you what though, the Saratoga show,
Washington. I'm in Washington.
you couldn't walk through the Saratoga
you think
show.
you're in
It was so
Washington.
packed.
I bet.
Like It was so packed at that show. You
Then
could
like,
not walk through
you'd
anywhere.
be walking through like touching everybody.
Yeah,
Like-
I'm not big on that either. I get it.
Nah, me either.
I'm just happy that a lot of people have been, because I used to hear so many bad things about people, like when they come to shows and it used to be so hot and musty. But I realized, like in the last recent shows that I've been to, a lot of people have been getting the hygiene together when they came out to these shows. Like it's not the
Yeah.
same from what I've heard. The horror stories I used to hear, especially like from Antoine and all them, man, they used to say people used to come out there smelling rank. Like
Yeah.
they just didn't care.
No. The Pacific
all
Northwest
the
is on my
people-
list.
they're all
It's on my short list. The Pacific Northwest. I got a short list. Florida's not my staying place.
I can't tell the way you talk about it.
I do have a lot of fun in Florida. I ain't gonna lie, bro. It's wild as fuck down here, and I love it.
I used to live in
My
Florida. I
brother,
lived in Tampa for a
friends,
while.
got
It was
to
fucking-
Yeah. Where I live, it's practically lawless because, I mean, to be real, it's like a sheriff's response time here is like 30 minutes.
If you're lucky.
So
Damn.
we live a different lifestyle down here, so to speak.
Y'all are a whole different place. Y'all not even a part of the U.S. Bro, like Florida is, bro, let me tell you something. Just the things that go on in Florida is crazy.
I've seen that Florida man shit, man. Come on now.
Bro, I love it. The chaos here is so good.
Florida man
Bro,
stuff.
Florida has its own set of rules, bro.
I can
Literally
make flip
has its own
phones.
set of
Come on
rules.
I when I left upstate New York, upstate New York is controlled by a lot of New York City politics, and it's a different lifestyle. It's completely two different lifestyles. And I eventually just got tired of it. I moved to Florida, and I realized that, holy shit, man, the freedoms you get when you just leave someplace compared to where you were living, and you don't even realize like how stifled you were living.
Mm.
If that makes any sense. Like, I don't pay state tax down here out of my paycheck. I thought they made a mistake when I got my first paycheck. I was like, why is it so much?
Oh,
Like,
wow.
It's like that here too, I believe.
what's going on?
Yeah,
I thought
I
you
noticed
moved
that when I
Florida.
moved here from New York, that the taxes were definitely different. That's
Yeah.
one of the things.
It's like, it's
So wait,
shocking.
where are you? You are where?
Who, me?
Angel? Yeah.
Oh, I'm in
Yeah,
Washington.
Albany's
I'm-
tough,
I'm-
man.
Yeah, I'm in
Like-
Washington right now, but I left New York. I'm from Brooklyn. I lived there most of my life, and then I moved out here like, I don't know, 12 years ago or something like that.
That's,
Because
Yeah.
I
And
couldn't
Nikki and Kurt.
pay that shit no more.
Yeah.
Nikki and Kurt, y'all out there in Washington too?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Does it rain a lot out there?
It rains.
It's gray more than it is sunny.
Not all the time.
Rains.
People think it rains like
You know,
every
it's
day.
like-
It doesn't rain every day. It
No, I
rains.
got a
You-
homie that lives in
Way
Washington,
more
but
You
he,
got a lot of snow.
Like,
yeah.
I dealt with way more rain in New
No.
York
Than out there?
here. Here it's just gray. That's about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
okay.
so it's
It just looks-
if you live like on the peninsula down where the Forks is, you get a lot more
Then
rain.
there's a lot of rain.
You're in the
Oh,
rain
okay.
shadow. You're constantly getting rained on.
I just,
But
I just
everything's
asked 'cause,
just-
when you see a lot of movies, it's like that. Like in movies and stuff, it's always raining, and nobody does anything. In, like,
Because they're
Seattle,
trying to make
Washington,
excuse for
Washington.
why it's gray, why they can't shoot. They're like, just fucking say it's
Yeah.
raining.
You know what's crazy? I actually like that though. Like I like, for some reason, I don't know. It's like, granted, you can only do so much when it's raining, but I kind of like that type of weather. Like it makes me just want to sit at home and just watch TV or just chill or just something. I don't know, like that gloomy weather.
Yeah, it makes you forget. I always get my head burnt to crap at least one overcast day of the year.
Ah,
In the spring.
You always
early
forget
summer.
about it. You're like,
Mhm.
oh, I'll be okay. It's no, the sun's not out. You just get toasted.
Yeah. But everything's beautiful here, like Dylan said. Everything's always green. Trees, your grass,
Yeah.
That's what sold me. Like I came here on a visit
Green
just to
tea.
hang out with somebody,
tea.
and I came back. I went back to New York, and I was like, "Yo, I gotta leave, man. It's beautiful over there." And you
yeah,
know,
I should come out there and visit.
you can get.
I don't think people understand, like, New York can be, if you live there your whole life, it can become very depressing.
Especially like for me, it was just living in this. Like I'm born and raised in the city, and I got tired of the rat race, so to speak.
Yeah.
You know, what am I spending so much money on rent and cost of living and like I'm riding the train, so you can't have a car. So you know, I take the train everywhere, the bus everywhere. Everything's fucking dirty. Everything is dirty, and I'm like, what am I spending so much money for? I know, and I grew up in this, you know, and I've always hated it. People were like, oh, then I start meeting all these people moving to New York in the early 2000s. And they're like, oh my god, New York is great, and I'm like, stay for a couple months, stay. Let me talk to you in a year. You tell me how you feel. Let me see how you feel in a year. When you
Yeah, I
come,
left in 2017. I ain't looked back once. Never thought about going back. Not even once, man.
I just visit, man. I like to visit, but even when I visit, all half the shit that I used to love is gone. So
Yeah, yep. I found when last time I went to visit. So here's the true story. Last time I went to visit, somebody that I used to mess with had heard that I was coming and started charging some trouble. I landed in Albany, New York. I went right back to Florida the next day. Never left the airport. And I was like, yeah, fuck this place. I'm not coming back for a while.
yeah, sometimes you
Oh,
just,
man.
you know, you leave and you're good. Like I've moved out of New York a few times. I lived in
Yeah.
Florida. It wasn't working for me, but I came out here and I was like, this works. This works. I needed the I needed the separation, and
Yes.
aside from Alaska or Hawaii, this is the farthest I could go.
I completely understand that. That separation helped me actually like grow as a person.
I think, yeah, I agree. I feel that way. I came out here when I was 33,
Yeah.
and that was good enough. I was like, all right, I spent enough time. You know.
Yeah. For sure. That's cool. I'm glad I meet people that like me.
But I think for anyone, I think it's good. Even if you come back, leave your home for a little
Yeah.
while. Leave. You gotta leave. Travel anywhere you can in the country, travel out of the country, meet people, talk to other people, learn a new language. Like there's so much shit that like you can expose yourself to. Just do it. It's there. It's there. Just do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like even if you take a 5 hour trip somewhere fucking random, you damn well sure gonna see something or learn something new.
Yeah.
That's real. I'll definitely
Every
agree with
state
that.
has its own footprint. It's weird. Like, you know what I mean? Like you go to a different state, you know you're in a different state.
Mhm.
It's weird like that.
And eat your way through every fucking place you go to. Eat everything. To me, the best way to learn about a place is to eat their food.
Huh.
Eat
That's
that
real.
shit. And
Yeah.
anything you like, learn about it and take it home. I like to cook, so I take that shit home and I start making it myself, cooking it, throw it a spin on it. It's I don't know.
So what's
It's
what's a
really good.
what's a what's a like a main dish that's out there in Washington? I'm about to Seattle, but Washington.
Salmon.
A lot of
You got
seafood.
some-
Yep.
a
I'd say
lot
There's
of
a lot of
seafood.
seafood.
seafood. There's lots of seafood out here. Yeah.
That's
For
what I
someone
hear.
who doesn't eat seafood, that's where I moved.
Yeah, I
It
love
sucks.
seafood.
It's far. My
If
wife
I
does.
could live
Yeah.
on seafood, I would.
That's bad.
I
It's the
wouldn't
biggest
say
thing I can
there's. I
think
wouldn't.
of.
I wouldn't say
Seafood.
there's like one thing. It's kind of a. You can. It's a big mix of everything.
I'll say this:
But
being someone not from here, the one thing that when I first moved out here, that people were like telling me that I needed to eat all the time was pho. Like
Mm.
everything was pho, pho. It was, and they were like, "You got to try." And I was like, "I don't know anything about this. Is this just a West Coast thing?" I wasn't sure. I'd never really,
Wait,
you
what
know,
is it?
uh, the um,
Vietnamese soup,
the Vietnamese soup called
basically.
pho. It's PHO. It looks like
Oh,
pho,
okay, okay.
Oh,
I've heard of
pho.
it.
Pho.
and
Oh, they call it pho. Pho.
and they
I heard about that.
and I went to the restaurant. I had it with a coworker, and I was like, "Oh shit." I was like, "I never had this before. This shit is
Shit
dope."
got you hooked.
And then obviously you start eating other foods and stuff. And for me, that's one of the things that I loved out here. There's a big Japanese community, so lots of good, Japanese restaurants out here too. So
Mm. Sounds like a trip that needs to be had.
yeah, just eat. I'm telling you, if you go somewhere and the food is bad, just fucking leave. Just leave.
I mean, the rest of the trip gonna be trash.
It's gonna because I can't
You
eat
know?
here. I'm gonna be
Nah,
miserable.
that's real. That's
I'm
real.
gonna be
That's real.
miserable.
I
Like
can
not for
agree with
nothing. I
that.
moved
That's
to
like when we
Florida. I had a
Louisiana.
slice of pizza. I was upset.
Oh,
I was
bro,
upset. I was
it's so heartbreaking
It is heartbreaking.
because they think it's good.
Everybody don't make pizza like New
It's
York.
because y'all
He's
from
like,
the
no,
north.
dude, this is not good. I just eat it because it's here. Like, your
Pizza out here
pizza
is not
is
bad. Really.
awful.
I can't say it's not that bad. You know, I like the food. The food out here is great. The Mexican food out here is fucking dynamic. I love that.
Oh yeah, that's one thing, bros. The
Incredible.
Mexican food here is phenomenal.
That's all. That's all. So, but that's it. That's how I feel. Like, if you go somewhere and the food is good, come back.
Yeah.
So,
That means I got to go to South Carolina then and go get some pulled pork.
There you go.
That'll do it. Oh, this has been a lot of fun, you guys. Thanks for hanging out with us and just visiting and
Yeah.
sharing
This
some
is a
laughs.
blast.
anytime.
Thanks for having us.
We'll be watching you guys on Tuesday. It's Kurt's favorite show.
It really is.
Actually, this
We
Tuesday we
appreciate
have we got Nate from TRM Exotics
Yeah.
on the room.
Oh, that'll be great.
That'll be
Nice.
fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna
We got
be
some,
fun.
we got some really good guests coming up.
Oh yeah.
I'm excited about one show in particular, but it's not till March.
Me too.
We're gonna have a whole show about maternal incubation and somebody that does it.
Mm-hmm. That's gonna be pretty interesting.
That will be interesting. We'll be looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Appreciate you. Thank y'all for having us
We got
on.
Nate Tuesday.
Thanks for coming on. And
Thanks for
anything
being
else-
here.
Anything else you want to plug? What like the time? You know, let everybody know what
For the show?
Yeah.
Oh, 7:50. Are you trying to who's pointing at Brandon? Brian?
There you go, Angel's got it.
Oh, wait. Go ahead, Angel. Somebody got it.
You
No, I'm
did.
pointing at you.
Oh, my screen. No, listen, my screen. The way y'all are on my screen is like Brian's this way, Nikki is that way, Angel is
Oh, you're
down there,
above
Brandon's
me.
over there.
You're up here,
Yeah,
so
like
I
y'all all over. But
Yeah, it's
nah,
true.
but 7:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the best time zone. Every Tuesday off the plank. Check us out. We got Nate from TRM Exotics on. Shout out to the Bond Squad. Shout out to the Wiz Tame Patreon.
Yeah.
Shout out to WisKeyBomb Network. And shout out to Irresistible and Angel.
Yeah.
For having
Shout out
us
to
on
Hurt
tonight.
Network.
We appreciate y'all. And shout out to the Hurt Collector Network.
That's right.
Oh, and also, let me see what else I got to plug everything in. Shout out to Husbandry, bro. I see I got this little code down there. I didn't even realize that until the other day. But
It's
it's
new
new.
today. It's new.
Ah,
Rainbow 60.
Okay.
If you want 60
Rainbow
days
Six.
free trial. It's easy to
There we
remember.
go.
You know, it's not easy to remember. Irresistible 60. Don't even. Rainbow 60. It's like that
I'm
has
not
too
even
many
gonna lie to
vowels,
you.
too many letters.
What was I trying to say the other day when I was trying to say irresistible? It was like a tongue twister. I
Don't
was
even
trying
worry.
So hard. We had to sound it out. It got bad. But,
You're
but
remedial.
eventually we got it. But nah. Oh, and also don't forget the Southeast Reptile Expo hosted by Bavu and Boss Balls.
There you go.
Y'all make sure y'all come out to that in Atlanta if y'all can. I'll let your boy. I'll be out here.
And if you have
all
sheds
I
to
got.
test, get them tested at shedtesting.com.
Absolutely.
Shout out to Charlie.
Yeah.
I think we covered it all. I think we got it
Yeah.
all. Lots of good stuff coming up tomorrow on the WisKeyBomb Network and tonight on Wiz's channel. So be there for
And
all
one
of
of
it.
my new favorite shows, Show Me Your Rack.
Tomorrow, show me your rack.
Show me
It's
your
gonna be a
rack.
good one.
Yo, Billy said he was showing his rack. That was so funny.
His big
Oh,
joke is
shit.
always it's show me your rack is fine, but he never wants to see a show that's called Show Me Your Peens. So we
Oh,
won't
wait.
do that.
Oh,
You want to show me your balls, but
show me your ball. That's so wild. I like show me your rack. I think I prefer show me your rack. Everything else is so crazy.
Does anybody have a show yet called Do You Have the Balls?
It's not on my radar.
That's funny.
Yes.
Huh.
Actually,
Definitely not on my radar.
No, actually, there is a show. So when me and
Brandon,
DJ
I
was
forgot
looking
you
up
was here.
names,
Wait, who's
thought you was
where
here,
you come
Brandon.
from?
yeah, man, look, I had to
When you
load up my
Google
truck.
that.
Like, is that you, God?
I had to load up my truck. But yeah, there is actually a show called Show Me the Balls. It's on YouTube. It's like a sports show. You can go.
It's a sports show. Okay, there you go.
Okay.
We'll go with that.
We'll just say
Please
this:
look
it
it up
has
before.
nothing to do with ball pythons, so don't
Yeah,
watch
Yeah,
it.
it's a sports show.
It's about sports.
That's wild.
That is pretty wild. On that note, we hope you all have a wonderful Saturday afternoon. We'll see you next time.
Hey.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
The ups and downs, we stay strong. In your circle, that's where we belong. Lifting each other all day long. In this family, we can't go wrong.